Noam Chomsky, one of the most influential thinkers of our time, once broke down the easiest way to make sure democracy doesn't actually work. And it's not through tanks or coups or silencing the press. It's way more subtle than that. According to Chomsky, the key is simple: keep people from coming together. Think about it. If you want to maintain control, you don't need to ban free speech. You just need to make sure people are isolated. And this isn't some conspiracy theory. Business elites, media moguls, and those in power have understood this for decades. The goal? Picture this. Everyone sits alone in their living room, staring at a screen. No unions, no neighborhood meetings, no political clubs, no real conversations about how society should work. Everyone's technically free to think what they want, but when you're isolated, those thoughts don't go anywhere. Meanwhile, those in power shape the collective narrative for the entire country. Chomsky calls this the genius of American-style democracy, not because it's truly democratic, but because it looks like democracy without actually being one. Every election season, candidates show up on TV saying, "Vote for me, I'll fix everything." They make promises X, Y, Z, but most people don't really believe them. And here's what's even more interesting. What doesn't happen? People don't come together in their unions, their churches, their community groups. They don't sit down to talk about their shared values and goals. They don't organize and elect representatives who genuinely reflect their collective will. Why? Because in our system, that kind of grassroots democracy is almost unimaginable. We don't have the tools, we don't have the space. In many ways, we don't even have the permission to engage like that. But that, Chomsky argues, is what real democracy should be: people participating, collaborating, debating, and deciding together. It's not just about casting a vote every few years. It's about shaping the direction of society from the ground up. And if we're not doing that, if we're not actively coming together, organizing, building movements, then we're just playing along in a performance, a democracy in name only. So the real question is, are we willing to stay isolated, or are we ready to reconnect and reclaim what democracy was meant to be?